Hey y'all, it's Dr. Shawn, Tomp for YouTube. Today we're going to talk about the six-figure plus staffing business. What it is, what it ain't. Everybody walks around and they tell you that, hey, it's easy to start and build a six-figure staffing agency. And in theory, it really is. Like numbers wise, the numbers are very cut and dry. And it's not a whole lot of numbers that you need to add up to six figures. Six figures is anything from $100,000 to $999,999.99 right? That's a very wide range. I'm gonna tell you, $100,000 feels very different than $150,000, which feels very different from $200,000 and $240,000. And then, once you cross 350, I'm imagining that feels very different. $500,000 doesn't feel like $100,000, and $900,000 damn sure ain't $100,000. So when you hear people using the term six figures has become a buzzword. It's become a very overhyped buzzword. And oftentimes the people that use term six figures, they ain't never hit six figures consistently in their lives, not at one time, not in consecutive years. So that makes it sound like such a huge number to me. Then you have the same people who they haven't hit that number, but because they only know the difference between $1 and $1,000,000, they think $100,000 is nothing, but yet they only make $30,000 a year. So you're listening to the media and social media in particular tell you that in order to feel good about yourself, you need to be a millionaire. So there's all these different ranges and rubrics for what success looks like in any business, not just the staffing and recruitment business. So I put on this picture, the background of this video is a lady sitting there and she's looking around, kind of rolling her eyes a little bit because somebody just told her that it's easy, that if she just made one placement per month, one $100,000 placement per month, and she charged 20% on the head, if she did that one time a month, that's $20,000, and she would be a six-figure agency commanding $240,000 a year. And she's looking at them like, oh, okay. That woman is me in essence. I just roll my eyes sometimes when I see it because I understand how nuanced the entire idea of being a six-figure agency is. Now, in reality, have I reached that number? Sure, but it damn sure did not look like one placement, 100,000 placement per month at 20%. It's just not that clean cut of a figure. So just like there are multiple ways to skin a cat, there are multiple ways to reach the six-figure mark in your agency. And sometimes hitting the six-figure mark feels different. We can all hit 100,000, and that 100,000 can feel different per agency based on what our expenses are and how much had to go into making the placements. For example, to consistently make one placement a month at 20% on $100,000 role, can you do that one time every month, 12 months consistently? Not necessarily. Sometimes it may take you 3 to 4 months to nurture a role and make a placement. It might take, I think my shortest placement this year was that BRM position. It took 3 weeks. But shit, excuse me, but not, I do cuss. The work that it has taken me for other roles is very different. So it all just depends on you. And then I would argue that a good portion of your revenue in the staffing and recruitment business, some of it is luck. I'm gonna just be honest. Some of it is just pure luck. You luck out and you find this stellar candidate, and at the right time, you happen to have a requisition come open, and you're right for the fit, and everything is going right. And then you have those months where you put in hours upon hours sourcing candidates for a job order, and nothing. You're submitting people; they're all being rejected. So in reality, you only need to make 5 $100,000 at 20%, so $20,000. You only need to make 5 placements per year to be considered a 6-figure staffing agency. But then if you're a staffing agency that has a high lease agreement down at your brick and mortar office, your $100,000 is going to feel a little different from mine, with me not having an office and sitting at my house or working inside of one of my clients' offices. So I'm going to touch on this very point many times over the course of my videos. But my point in the video today, yes, I reeled you in with that same catchphrase that everybody is going to give you. Yes, come open a staffing agency and earn $100,000. Come be a 6-figure staffing agency. But what they don't tell you is the reality of operating and owning a staffing and recruitment business does not always result in 6-figure job orders. The placement fee is not always 20%. That's another topic for another day. And you don't always feel so successful being a 6-figure agency, depending on what your costs are and what your time burden is to run this business. So don't let anybody convince you that because you have a certain skill set professionally and in your job workforce, that you're ready and able to come own and operate a staffing and recruitment business. You will get eaten alive. Okay. You have to have a certain level of business acumen. That's it for now. I'll talk to y'all later.